welcome to News with DJ. Now today we are working on mythology. Now for those of you who don't know what mythology is the thing that Greeks used to study, how they think the world got started. Now we're going to work with 5 mythology characters today, known as Zeus, Poseidon, Hermes, Hephaestus, and Aphrodite. So let's get started. First we're going to start with Zeus. Now Zeus was kind of like a ladies' man, so to speak. What he used to do is he used to go down and he used to trick women into marrying him. Now, his wife Hera would always get all mad about this because apparently she doesn't like that they're married and he's going around marrying other women. Apparently that was a problem. So, yeah, that's Zeus. And Zeus was the god of the sky. He used to have a little thunderbolt and he used to like throw it around and create a bunch of havoc and stuff. So, he could control a lot of things with the sky. A slight demonstration will probably help you. Let's go. So what Zeus could do was he could do something like this with the sky, and then it would like rain or something. So yeah, there's your demonstration. Okay, so now that we talked about Zeus, I want to talk about Poseidon. He's my personal favorite because he can control water. That's pretty cool. I mean, he's not Aquaman, but that's pretty cool to be controlling water. Now, Poseidon was god of the sea, of course, and so we're back outside and we're talking about Poseidon. So, Poseidon's power was he could control water and the sea. So let's pretend that this was Poseidon's hand. Now, he could just shoot water just anywhere, just like this. Right? Or if he wanted to like attack someone, he could, let's say, just like attack someone, just like. So, yeah, he could control water, or he could make just like giant waves, like just giant waves of water. Or he'd just like make it rain. So yeah, that's Poseidon. So we've talked about Zeus, Poseidon, and now we're going to talk about Hephaestus. He could also be called Hopalong Hephaestus, because what happened was Zeus got mad at him for some reason, and he threw him over Mount Olympus, and he fell. So now he had a little leg, and he hopped around, so they called him Hopalong Hephaestus. But that's not all we're talking about. He was the god of tools and metalworking and whatever you want to call it. So what he did was he made everyone's thrones, and these were like super amazing awesome thrones or something. So why don't I show you? Okay, so what I have is a couple of tools here, and what he did was he took these tools and with his magical hammer, which the studio doesn't have at this time, but what he did with his magical hammer and all his magical little tools, they weren't really magic, I'm just calling them magic because I'm over to say. What he would do was he would just sit there in his workshop all day and just work, and then they would have all these thrones, like say LeBron James won the basketball throne, he'd just throw a basketball in there, and then he'd just start working, pounding that basketball in. And so then, poof, LeBron James would have his basketball throne. And so then he'd give it to him, and LeBron James would sit there with the lazy self he is. So, that's Hopalong Hephaestus. Okay, so we've talked about Zeus, Poseidon, and Hopalong Hephaestus. Now we're going to talk about Hermes. Now Hermes, he was the son of Zeus, and he was the messenger of the gods. Now, what he had a lyre which he made out of a turtle shell and some sheep intestines. And he had these really cool shoes that he could like and run really fast, and he had a helmet with wings on it. So, yeah, he was kind of like the messenger of the gods. How exactly did he deliver those messages? Let's go and see. So, let's pretend that I'm Hermes for a second, and I am delivering mail, or whatever he delivered, to the House of Olympus. So, what he did was he ran over to the House of Olympus, and this is Mr. Detective Bear, god of very good detective business. And so what he did was he went, "Hey, go to very good detectiveness. Here's your mail." And then he went on to do whatever Hermes does. So we've talked about everyone except for Aphrodite. Now Aphrodite, I think, was the daughter of Zeus, and she was the goddess of love and beauty. And so what she had a girdle. As some of you should probably know, this is not a girdle, this is a towel. Well, I don't have a girdle because I don't own one. So what she did was, whenever she put this little girdle thing on, every guy that she passed by would fall in love with her. Like Mr. Barry, out of very good detectiveness, she would walk by him and he'd be all like, "Oh, I'm so in love with you, marry me." And then Zeus, he would get all mad. This isn't Zeus, but this guy just looks really, really cool. So we're going to use him as Zeus. He'd be like, "Oh, stay away from my daughter." And so Aphrodite would be very embarrassed and would run away from home. Probably not, but I just made that up. So, yeah, that's Aphrodite. So now you know about 5 mythology characters. You know about Zeus, Poseidon, Hopalong Hephaestus, Hermes, and Aphrodite. Now, go on and show the world. Thank you, and have a great day.